So it's been a long time. It's been quite a while since I did a long form video. But of course, it's election time. And for the most part, what we talk about here is politics. Those of you who have missed me on YouTube know that I'm over at TikTok. You can find me there at Ekim Woke. That's where you can find me. And of course, TikTok has much shorter form videos. But So, what I wanted to talk about is something that I've spoken about in little bits and snippets on the other platform, um, and that is the how the election is, and in particular, how the election is uh, starting to shake out with black men in particular. I've always said that black women are always on the ball, politically and otherwise, in the United States. Contrary to what you hear people say, black women tend to be uh, on the cutting edge of everything, including education. On the other hand, I find that black men not so much, not so much. And if you look at the polling data, you will see that black women literally vote for the Democratic Party, which is literally the party saving America from destruction at the moment. And you'll find that the men are not so, they're wishy-washy, they're all over the place. And some of the conversations that I've heard in particular seem they're so uneducated, they're so unintelligent that it's not even, you don't even know where to start with the men. Um, you Many of them are on social media and you hear the conversations they use, and I've theorized and I've literally heard some of them say they're voting for Trump or they're supporting Trump because um, they have received stimulus money under Donald Trump. And I addressed that. Um, First of all, stimulus money had nothing to do with Donald Trump. Donald Trump tried to stop the money going out to people, of course. And I've tried to explain to them that the stimulus check was an act from the money literally came from the U.S. Treasury as an act of the Article 1 branch of government, the United States Congress. Had nothing to do with Donald Trump. It came from a Democratic Congress. So if that's what they're voting, if what's there, that's what they want to support Donald Trump for, then they should at least do a little brushing up on their civics before they start talking about Donald Trump gave them stimulus money. Um, Someone said to me, many of them talking about supporting Donald Trump can't even vote, and I really believe this is an issue, and this cuts across all spectrum of the black men because some of the conversations that I've heard from some of them are so pathetic. They're so pathetic and weak that I can't even relate. Now, this goes to even some of the men who come into this country, like some of the Haitians for Trump. The fact that any black person, least of all Haitians, would support the Republican Party is beyond me. When Ronald Reagan was president, they had this wet foot, dry foot policy in which they would allow the Cubans to come into Miami. They would literally take the Cuban people who were fleeing from Castro, but would turn the people who came from Haiti, turn them back. They wouldn't allow the black people in. They allowed the brown Spanish people from Cuba to come into the United States. And this is why those people in Miami have become hardened supporters of the Republican Party. But what does the Haitians have to gain? And so they're supporting Trump, and of course you heard how Trump berated them the other day in his is this in the debate with Vice President Kamala Harris in the most disrespectful way possible. It was stunning, but I was not surprised that Donald Trump would have sought to demagogue the the Haitians because he liked to pick on people whom he believes are powerless. He likes to pick on people whom he thinks are beneath him. And that's what he thinks about black people. You hear him talk about black jobs. And of course, some of the African Americans who consider themselves Trump supporters are saying that yes, these immigrants are coming into the country and taking their jobs. A lot of these guys don't want to work and they don't work. So what jobs are the immigrants taking from them? And I'm sorry to break it to them, but this country has always been a nation of immigrants. So Donald Trump doesn't care about any of them. Donald Trump don't care about Haitians or whether you were natural born. Another thing I hear some of these natural born, these Black Americans talking about they're natural born. What natural born? You're not natural born. You're sons and daughters of slaves. So let's call it what it is. All of us came here. We came at different times. We were on the same boat. And now you see Donald Trump disrespecting uh, the Black Haitians in Ohio who went there. They were called there to work. But I'll let you hear for yourself.
Because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country. And it's a shame.
The only reason why he said that is because these are Haitians. These are the black people from overseas. Of course, he called their country shithole country. But it's not just Haitians. It's Africa, anywhere in the Caribbean. That's what he thinks of Black people. So I'm asking the question, how could anybody in their right mind support this cancer on humanity? Because that's what he is. He's a cancer on humanity. How could anybody support this creature and call yourself Black? I want to salute the Black women who continue to stand up and continue to show out and lead the way for these weak Black men. Donald Trump today doubled down, calling the Haitians, he called them the most despicable names. He called them, I forgot, beasts. He called them, I don't know. He called them the most despicable names. I kind of lost forgot the words he used to describe them today. So for all you Black men having 10,000 different stupid, unintelligent reasons as to why you're supporting this guy, go ahead and vote for him. But I think most of you don't have any vote. Most of you who are talking about how you're supporting him, I don't think you can vote because a lot of them are felons. A lot of you are felons. You can't vote. He's a felon, but he's going to vote. Remember that.